Greetings and hello. My name is Sean, also known as Rob Hagan in certain circles, and this is day 8 of my 2020 VEDA challenge. What's VEDA? Simply put, it's vlogging every day in the month of April. It's Wednesday. It's late. I've had a bit of a long day between work, resting, making a supply run for some stuff I needed in the house, mostly bread and something to drink that isn't just water. Speaking of which, hail hydrate. Something I have to remember to do. I'm very bad at remembering to hydrate and not realizing that soda and other things are not water. But that said, what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about two things that I carry with me, whether in my pocket or in my bag or in my coat. These are where I keep a lot of my ideas, creatively wise. Because I have a bad habit of sitting there and coming up with ideas and not writing them down. At least I used to have that problem. Started carrying this one first, and then I picked up this one because, well, if you see what it's written on the front, you'll know why I picked it up, because I think it's really awesome. These are outlets for me. As I said, I've probably implied or said, I write. I'm a writer. I'm also playing tabletop role-playing games for 20 plus years and running them. And throughout that time, I've kept so many notepads. I have another one here. This is just my notepads. I like having notepads. Even in a digital age, there's just something about the tactile nature of having a notepad with your ideas in it. This is an older one. I have a couple of more on the table that you can see. You can't see them, but on the table behind me that I took out from storage because I wanted to have them. And I have a few in storage that when I get a chance to get back in there, I'm going to get out. But we're digressing. Why do I write stuff down? Well, one, to keep a record of it. Because I love my brain. My brain can remember a lot of things. My brain has also, however, because of different jobs I've had over the years, to put it in computer terms, I have a really great hard drive. I have really bad RAM. Very often I'll forget stuff, and I want to make sure I keep it written down in some form. And having these, even though these tend to be for more long form stuff, lets me do that. And these are easier to carry than this when I go into my job, which I have restrictions on that. I can't take my phone into my job. I can't take a tablet into my job. I certainly can't take my laptop into my job. Just the nature of the work I do, plus it's security reasons, and it's a distraction. So you might say, well, why do you want to talk about this? Because I think it's something a lot of people should do. In this day and age, we have a lot of technology that takes the place of basic things. One of the things I'm absolutely passionate about is physical media, you know. I own an extensive DVD collection. Why do I own it? Because owning stuff electronically isn't guaranteed. I have books behind me, as you can see right there, of which there are several physical role-playing books and novels and other things, because despite the fact of being able to get these things online, that's a problem. No electricity, no power. I can't access any of them. Even if freely I will admit that most of the stuff I own in terms of books and other reading materials are electronic, because that's just the nature of the thing. You can't avoid it. No matter how hard you try, there are always going to be things that you can't not have in an electronic medium, and you can't have in a physical medium because they're expensive or they don't exist in that physical medium. Which goes back to these. You see, having these as something I can carry around with me and update and write in kind of fills that need, fills that thing I want, physical, tactile. And there's just something about writing an idea down with a pen or a pencil versus typing it up. Very often, things typed are dry, and you don't have the emotion, nor do you have the challenge of sometimes trying to read your own handwriting. Believe me, I've had stuff I've written down in notepads that I don't understand and go, what was I thinking at the time? And I have to stop and think. That's it. I want to just talk about that. I think it would be good if everybody had a notepad of some kind. A couple of sheets of paper. Just write your stuff down. Sometimes you have an idea and you don't have your phone handy. Or maybe your phone's not the right place to put it. And in this day and age, maybe you don't want to write certain things on your phones or computers. Because sometimes you never know who's going to be looking at them. I'm not conspiratorial. It's just an acceptance of the fact that despite having privacy, we don't often have the privacy we think we do. Anyway. So my notepads, my idea books, my workbooks. Writers in the past used to keep a lot of these. Basically, sometimes they wrote down dreams and other things. These are mine. I think collectively I have something like somewhere around 40 or 50 pages of notes, front and back, different things. I'll just show you something in this one. Because I don't just, write notes. Sometimes I do little drawings. I'm not an artist, so I've occasionally done stuff like when I was wrapping out ideas for some role-playing stuff. See, do a little videotape, and cassette tape in the box, and then logos for something related to that. So that one I'm actually particularly proud of. I will get to use that one day. I will run a game with that. Like I said, I play tabletop games, and most of my ideas in here are currently tabletop games. There's a few stuff that I have for just stories as well, but sometimes writing it down in here, I can use them for both. And here we are at about 8 minutes, and I am gone completely rambling. I guess that's kind of why I like doing it like this and not having an idea of what I want to talk about, but not necessarily having a script. It feels a bit more natural. That said, I think I've chattered on a bit much, but I do want to ask something. I know some folks have been watching and liking the videos and commenting, so I thought I'd throw it out there. Is there something you'd like me to talk about? I'll be upfront and honest. I have an abiding interest in a lot of different things. History, science fiction, fantasy, anime, giant robots, urban fantasy, tabletop role-playing games. And again, ask me questions. Suggest things you might want me to do. I'll stop, I'll think, and maybe we'll come up with something. Because I kind of want to get more interaction. Just the videos going up are nice, and having people watch them and appreciate them is good, but I want to see if I can get some feedback. All right? Good. Now, I hope that you are doing well and that you are feeling well. My name is Sean. This has been day 8 of my VEDA challenge for 2020, and I'll be seeing you, my friends.